Hello YouTube, this is Carl at BMX Guy, and today I'm going to install this GeForce RTX 4060. It is by Gigabyte. It is a low profile card. It's going to go in this home theater PC case or home theater PC computer that I built last year, maybe, or the other year. You can go inside of it, take a look at stuff. Might not be able to do that at the moment. Maybe I'll undo these with a screwdriver. Just some finagling and taking the screws out. Let's get this cover off. Now it's a slide off cover. It's not as nice as that guy or whatever. That one actually has like a panel door that covers it off, but there's other issues with that one. That has its issues and this one has its issues. This is an in-wing case, I believe. But anyway, as you see, that is a 1650. Or GTX 1650. It was an upgrade last year. I think when I first put this together, it had a 1030. This was kind of more affordable or reasonable at 200 bucks, and this lately was 300 bucks. This has pretty much. It should have double the output of that 1650. This has to come out with a screw. Yeah, I'm doing this on the bed since I don't really have much else to work with here. It's nice and bright. So this just spins right off and that comes right out. Anyway, that's prepared. So we'll take a look at this guy. So as we look at the glare of the light, we see it has all the new bells and whistles of a RTX card, and yeah, it's just a low profile card. This nice little box, this nice little bag. I'm gonna try to get it out of there. Mess it up. It has 3 fans on it actually, versus 2 that one has. Frame. And we're going to need that short plate, which actually is nice. Because we got to put that on there. So we'll move this over here. Actually, the nice thing about the boxes is they kind of act as a nice table for beds. Anyway, we'll put that there. We'll switch out that card. And we'll take that out and put it in this box. Okay, so this is the box. It's an MSI card that's in here. There's a couple of things you gotta do. Make sure you ground yourself to something like the power supply. Pop that open and pull this out. Hopefully you can pull it out easily, like so. This card has served its well. Well, it served me well for, I guess, about 10 months. It played well, perfectly fine. And yeah, I was using the HDMI connector. But we'll just put this somewhere. So this bag. So that one. Try to get in the bag, really. I can't do it with one hand. So you see it, there is the video card. And voila, there it is in its bag. Put that in its box, it's out of the way, and we'll just move that over there somewhere. Okay, so we got the new one. That needs to have this put on there. And yeah, it's always fun studying. What else is in there? Okay, we'll just try to get this off here. Take it off for a second. Okay, so we got that. Get that outer. So as it's outer, we got 3 fans. The back has, it looks like there are 2 HDMIs, which is nice for 2 TVs, and DisplayPort have yet to use. I guess that's another display port. I guess they're trying to do away with the DVI cables that, you know, they have these screws that keep them from coming loose and causing screen, you know, lines and stuff. When the HDMI cables always seem to come loose and they just don't stay clear. I just don't get it. I don't understand the whole HDMI cable and DisplayPort cable thing. I don't really understand how it's better. Yeah, that's just gonna go in here, but we gotta put this rear plate on there. It's not as pretty looking as that one. I think that one's black. This one's not black. But let me get this on there. Okay, so after that, we got the back plate on there. I just left that one rubber thing off. I gotta take that rubber thing off. And I'm gonna slide it right in that guy. Okay, so we got the thing off. At least with the shroud of the fan. Oh, the one thing I noticed is there's an actual 8-pin connector on there. That wasn't on the other card, so hopefully we have one of them in this array of octopus wires. I'm assuming we do, so yeah. I'll just hold it by the fan shroud. See if I'm holding the circuit board. It's a little hard to do, but you can do it one-handed. There's a little lock right there, down right by the end of my middle finger. And just push it and it should just go right on, and like that. There's these guides right here that kind of hold it in place too. And that screw, but that's this screw. It's right there. The nice thing about a powered card is that you don't have to worry about the motherboard needing the power. So that just went right in. I got the HDMI ready to go. We just need to find the cable to plug into that. Right there. I guess I'm gonna stuff out the way. Yeah. So it actually is about the same size as the other one. It just has 3 fans. Okay, so as we dug through that power supply does have an 8-pin, or it's 6-pin connector. So I need to put an adapter on that guy, maybe? This is another one. It might be an 8-pin one too. I'm gonna look through here and see if I find it. If I don't find an 8-pin, I guess I'm gonna use a little adapter that might have came with the other video cards. Yeah. Okay, so one morning, about the 4060 going into an HTPC, make sure you have an 8-pin connector adapter, which I have to, I guess, make. So I'll make that in a second, and I'll put that in, and plug it in, get it started, maybe clean up these wires a little bit better so they're farther from that. I don't know, there's really nothing I can do. This fan right here is right next to these things. This is a 300 watt power supply, which it says 500 watts on there. Like, there's going to be a 500 watt power supply, you know, for, yeah, I don't get it. It says something about, on there somewhere, it says minimum system requirements of a 450 watt power supply. I've yet to see a 450 watt power supply that is a low profile case power supply. So we'll see how it works with it. I just gotta make the cable for that to this, and I'm basically probably just gonna cut this guy and recrimp a female connector on it if I have one. Otherwise, I'm just gonna buy one. Okay, so we got a cable. It's an 8-pin adapter where we just, you know, put 2 more grounds on there. Extension to this. So we have power to the video card. I'm gonna get the cover back on and test it out. So we have the test bed. It's just gonna sit right on top of this one. Put it laying flat. We'll use it as a mouse pad. We got all the connections. Make sure we got all the wires. Power, video, network, mouse, keyboard. We don't need audio. We're not looking at that. The monitor should be on, as far as I know. Our keyboard, moment of truth. So let's just see. It's a lot quieter than the other ones. It beeped, and it has video. It is loading the Linux. This is Ubuntu 22 also, just like everything else. I just run Ubuntu and everything. This shows my username. I guess that doesn't matter. I think what matters most is password. Anyway, we have video. It's working. I just need to do this every time. Turn it on. It does this. Yeah, and it just sits there loading. It doesn't even do anything. It's connected to the network, so we don't have to worry about that. Just make sure the video is listed. RTX 4060. It is using 8 gigabytes, 128-bit. Oh no, but 128-bit memory. Bus type Express 8X, generation 3. So you think maybe 8X is the reason why it might be a little slower? How many cores does that have? What are the cores? 3072. Has one fan, or one fan controller. So we'll just take a look at small things. For one thing, open sale. I want to see how hot it gets. So we'll just run this for a second. Right. See how fast it goes, see if it runs. See if it increases in temperature. So it definitely runs warm at about 60 degrees, 61 now. It's probably just to keep increasing. Its key rate actually pretty nice. It's 10 billion keys per second. It's a little bit more than, you know, the 3060. So, yeah. So that's all working. The power supply itself doesn't seem to be hot. We just know the video card only has its own air intake in this fan right here. So this is sucking around. Technically it's usually facing up. So the video card is here and it's blowing across itself. So yeah, it's working good with that. We don't have to use that all the time, but obviously it gets to 77. It just keeps getting hotter and hotter, so I don't think I really want to run here so much. But generally OpenCL will beat the crap out of the system. So we'll just do that. Do a sent. And then shut down. So the cooler actually works pretty good. It cools it down quickly. So yeah, I wouldn't really recommend crunching with it unless you're in a room that's like not 80 degrees. As far as the game goes, what games can I run? I'm trying to think of something to run. Oh, we got that. Okay, so let's put that on. So it might have to update, which is a problem with Blizzard. They update way too often. I'm trying to make the video like more than 30 minutes. Trying to do the testing and stuff. I think playing games or online are just seriously a waste of time. We'll see if it needs to update too. This is kind of crap. Oh. Yeah, see, it has to update that too anyway. It's definitely updating this. I just want to play the game for a second so I can see what it does. As I wait for that, or maybe I'll just come back when it's done. Okay, so it's done downloading, even though bad on it, it's download. We're just gonna get the game started. See, we got that shader thing going still. I don't know how it gets. Like, I'd have to have a dual screen to see the temperature. It's the end of the world to see what's going on. I haven't played this for months. I got the character to 70 and this freaking game. This dragon crap. It's just not interesting at all. But as far as settings go, it looks like it's a good frame rate. I'd have to see settings. So what is, I don't really have defaults. These settings. Yeah, so on Linux doesn't really tell me much. But as far as I know, it's DirectX 12. So that's all the way maxed. Yeah, it says DirectX 12. It's like, yeah, this is like actually on a Windows system. It might have different settings. But anyway, in this game, it's fine. I mean, I'm not even gonna mess with it. I usually like having, you know, fair. Liquid detail. It was like that. I was like, don't care about it. We don't even know what that is. Don't care about that either. So, yeah, the settings don't seem to go as high as they do on the other ones. But it doesn't necessarily matter. I mean, you can see as far as you need to see. I can see that guy, so that's good enough. Yeah, we'll just leave it. So, what's it doing as far as graphics? It's staying at 60 frames per second, 1080p. Yeah, it looks fine for considering the game is from 2005 and it's just slightly updated. But yeah, I'd say the game is working fine with that, and that's all it really needs to work with for me. As far as this goes, we'll just do that for a second. I don't really have anything else to benchmark it with. Meaning, like, I just don't have much to work with. But as far as I know, it works. It just, yeah, X8 kind of sucks, but maybe that's how it's supposed to be, X8. So, yeah, it has a power cable. That's unusual for a low-profile card. Anyway, yeah. Power that guy off. And it looks like it works fine. No smoke, no smell. Cable's working fine. Yeah. We are back at looking at it. Looking it over. So it's better than the 1650 that I replaced this with. Now what is it really? It's almost like it's the 3050, or could be easily a 4050, but they made it a 4060. It is the only low profile card really with a power cable that I had to make, because this power supply doesn't come with an 8-pin power cable. Meaning this should have came with a 6-pin, not 8. I don't know what they were really thinking with that design. The requirement needing a 450 watt power supply isn't so important. It seems like this is doing fine. This is a 95, or not 95, this is a 65 watt R5 1600, Ryzen 5 1600. So it doesn't draw any power there, and the only thing really drawing power is the video card. You can't really have good airflow in a home theater PC kind of case like this, or slim case. So as high as it gets, the only real way to really make it cooler running is to use, well, with Ubuntu 22 we have Green with Envy, that app, and I can actually restrict the wattage it draws. So if it's a 115 watt video card, I can just put it down to 90 or 95, somewhere around there, and it will stay around 70 degrees running that program on OpenCL. It won't cook it so much. But basically it is just the 4050, or yeah, it might as well be a 4050. It's X8 when the 3060s were X16. The bandwidth is just bizarrely different from, let's say, a 4070 that's in this guy. So yeah, you look at the 4070 stats. The 4070, it has like 2,000 more cores, but it's actually running X16 generation 4, and yeah, 16 gigabytes per second gigatexels. Right now it's running that program. The other one was running about the same temperature, but the only difference really is like the output of this one is twice the output of that one. So it's not the best video card you can have, or even the medium card. Is it worth the $300 and something? Probably not. But what is? I mean, all these video cards are kind of pricey. In the sense, like the one I just bought for this one, the one that needs part 9 to put Windows 11 on it, because I don't even want to run Windows. I've been holding off Windows 11 installation. This just runs, you know, Ubuntu 22. That's all I want. I don't really do much of anything. I mean, the other one had Steam on it, the little thing, but that's for, you know, old games that don't even need a video card at this point. But yeah, I don't know, it's up to you if you really want to buy a 4060. This is just another 5 minutes after the video talking about, or concluding about this. Compared to 3050, it is a little bit better. The 3050 is right now in this system. 3050 is, I just wish they made a 3050 in, you know, a low profile instead of just like trying to price them up with 40 series, because that one's still drawing or doing about that much output, 6 billion, and yeah, it's just staying at like 62. I don't know. All the 3060s I got 2 of them, so the 3060 seems to be the best bang for buck at the moment. I don't really recommend anything fancier than that. Just get a 12 gigabyte one if you're going to get one. They're still X16, and they're cheaper. They're, well, $300 something. When I bought that guy, it was like $300 something, but is it worth it? No. In many ways, it should be going for $100, but it isn't. For some reason, the prices are still bizarrely ridiculous in a sense. Because a 4060 is technically the price of what I bought these for, these 3060s. This is a tough gaming 3060 in this guy. That's what was in the other guy over there in the distance. So they were, let's say the one was $439 and the second one was about the same price. I don't think it was cheaper. But when they first came out with the 3060s, they were like, you know, as much as that 4070 at $599, or even more than that actually. It might have been like $600 or $700. So the prices have came down with the new generation. So maybe the 50 series there'd be a nice 5050. Still 8X, I guess. But 8X doesn't really hamper doing this kind of stuff. I mean, it makes it so they draw less power overall. So I guess we'll figure that out as time goes. I just know we got these old skinny boxes. At least the 1650 is in this now, but it's a Phenom 2. It's slow and old. Technically, the R5 1600 is slow and old too, but it's not that slow. I can work with it. And the R7 1700 will be better, but as far as like it's supposed to be a low power system, it kind of is, so that's still a good choice in that sense. I don't know if I'm really talking about the right thing or not, but well, yeah, we didn't really realize it said X8 there, but yeah, whatever. It's a little bit better, and it just, maybe if my operating system was more up to date, or in the sense that maybe Windows would run it better, who knows, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so this is the conclusion of installing the GeForce RTX 4060 in my HTPC computer, or home theater PC, basically for the apartment. I do a lot of video editing with this guy, and I do a lot of simple game playing with this guy too. You don't need anything bigger. I mean, how complicated of a computer do you need? I tried the M2 in it before. Yeah, it didn't work. So it kept crashing randomly and restarting. And I kind of blamed the M2 for it. So the M2 works fine and everything else, just not this. I guess the A320 chipset doesn't really work that good with the new M2s anyway. Anyway, this is that being this guy, Carl, and thanks for watching.